Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I've on my let me okay. So let's start from this point. Okay. So now I'm just going to do something like this. So I have a number.
Okay. Let me before you go on. Why do you always when you open the PowerShell, can't you start coding? Must you use the word I forgot? Must you define Python before you? I don't know if it's defined, that is the word. Must you define Python before you start working? Just like you can C user king greater than Python. Must
See, when you install Python, okay,
mm,
comes with its own editor.
okay.
Okay, that okay. So for instance, if I check Python that I've installed, you can see that it comes with its own editor that you can use. This is Python, this is the version that you can see the ID. You can see the this is the Python ID. Okay, so if I click here, I can use this one directly from Python, the one that should be installed on machine. Okay, the ID will show the directly. Opening it. Okay. So this is Python editor. So you can see this. So this is the shell. Okay.
Okay.
So if I open the Python editor here, I can do what I'm doing without using the PowerShell. Okay.
The PowerShell is for Microsoft.
For Microsoft. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I have to, you set the directory and stuff, so Python can use that. Okay. So here I can new file and then do everything, and when I'm done, I can run everything within Python shell. Okay. But for now, what I want us to do is to concentrate on using the command prompt. Okay. So that's why you see that when I open this one, I'll call now we are using the interpreter. What you saw, that is the interpreter. This one, this one,
Okay.
Python.
The idea we are using it in the PowerShell, kind of.
ID. So this one.
How do you call it? IDE.
Yeah. So Python ID. So this one here, you can see here. This is the shell, like the same thing that we're getting from, but these ones comes with Python itself. Okay, when you install the version that I've installed, I'm having 3.0. this. So that is the version. Yours will be different. Okay.
Okay.
When you click here, I can open a file like the way we use the notepad. And this part, I need to run the code. Okay, let me say print hello world. Okay, in that case, I'm writing a Python file. Okay, so
Mm,
this is script. We call this one a script. Okay,
mm,
so
mm.
that is the code. So here I need to save it with what? Py extension, like the
Yeah.
way we do the notepad. So I have
Mm.
to save with Py extension. So let me go to a directory where I want to maybe save it. Maybe
So the ideal is a notepad.
it's not a notepad, it's come with Python. That is the Python ID, like
So
test
why are
edit.
we saving it with a Py extension?
No, any Python file is supposed to have a Py extension. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to where I want to save this file. Okay,
Mm,
so
mm,
I want to save it on this folder inside this folder.
mm,
Okay, yeah, I'll type hello world. But you can see that it's already have Python file.
mm,
Notepad, it won't show. So you have to type in there. I can decide to leave it because it's already showing Python file, saving type.
mm,
Okay, so even if I leave it without adding .py, it will still pick it here from this side .py.
mm.
You get it? Aha. So that is the difference between the notepad and this. So once I've saved this one, I have my Python file, this is, and you can see
Mm,
run. You can see run. So if
mm,
I click run and I run my code, you will see that everything will come here. Hello world. Do you get it?
mm.
Since you are writing your code here, anytime you are done, you run it. But for the purpose of relearning the interpreter itself, okay,
Mm,
decided not for us not to go straight to this side. Okay, so
mm.
this is what we are interacting with. That is the Python interpreter. Okay, this is
Okay.
what the code. This is what happened. So now we need to call the Python interpreter like this interface. Okay, so that we can
Mm,
work with. That is why when we open our PowerShell like here, the command prompt, if I type PowerShell, now to get the Python interpreter, I need to type the word Python.
mm,
Okay, then it will bring the interpreter. Okay,
mm.
or you want to check maybe Python version, I can say hyphen version, and then it will show me the version that I'm having. Okay,
Okay.
so by machine recognize Python. If maybe you've not set the directory where it won't recognize, that is where we set the directory. If you can remember,
Mm,
because we used to recognize everything that we are doing. So you can
mm.
use the command. That's when we came here, this PC, and I went to I did show you the we went to properties, here, advanced system setting, and then we came to environment variable. So you could see here my Python file here. If I check
Mm,
edit, you can see I have for Python what 38 script.
Mm.
Okay, so this when I try to run my code, it shows here. But now my Python environment recognize Python. Okay, so I've set the environment already. So once I type in command prompt, it will show it will. So anything that is not recognized in your environment, when you write, Windows will not see it. So when anything
Okay.
that you install, you will see everything will come in. So now you can write your command using your Python command. So now here I can check to run this code. So if I type here Python, now it will bring my interpreter. I
Okay.
hope it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this interpreter now we can start to work with Python code without going through the Python itself.
Okay. I get
Okay.
it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now we have this one. What I want us to do is I have number, let's say 1. Okay. And then I will assign it to, let's say 1. Okay. Now I
Mm.
want us to start from basics. So now last time I told you the Python state and the
Yeah.
Python quality. Okay.
Python
Now
state and the Python what?
equality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now I have number, then I have number underscore 2. Okay. Then I'll assign it to the same one.
Mm.
Okay. Now, when it comes to equality, it's checking the value. That is
Mm.
the if it's the same object, the object that I'm having contain the same content,
Mm.
then equal. So this object, which is object integer, does it contain um the same value?
Value.
If
Yeah.
that is the equality. So you check like number underscore 1, okay, equal to, sorry, equal to number underscore 2. So it will show true.
True. Yeah.
This and this are what? They are the same,
The same.
in the same data type and in the same value. Okay,
Mm.
so now if I want to check the state means that you check the memory address. Is it the same memory address? Okay.
Mm.
Now here, if I see is, so in this case, I'm not checking the value.
Mm.
I'm checking the memory address. Now here, you realize it's still true,
Mm.
but it's not supposed to be true. The reason is Python store, let's say from negative to positive 255. Okay, so
Mm.
up to this one, store it in a memory which is shared
Mm.
any variable. So it's
Mm.
using the same memory address.
Okay.
If you have anything from -5 to 255, it's going to use the same memory address. So
Okay.
not necessarily like it will store in a different memory address. Just for it to run faster, it uses the
Mm.
same memory address. So when you
Mm.
check it, you see it's true.
Mm.
By it's true because the memory address for these two variables are the same
Mm.
because Python has intentionally stored it a temporal memory location share with them. Okay, so the
Mm.
two are just taking the same memory address from the share address from Python when you have -5 to 255. Let's say if I change this one, let's say from here, I want to change the value to, instead of instead of 1, I'm giving, let's say, 300, right?
Mm,
Which I know
mm,
300 is 255.
mm,
Okay. Then we put number underscore 2. Okay. And then I also give the same value. Okay. So in
mm.
this case, if you check equality, if you want to check equality, we will know that it will be what? True.
True.
Because
Yeah.
same data type will get the same value. Now when you check the state, you could see that
No, you
the
didn't change.
no 2 5 um 2 5.
No, the code is wrong. It's number underscore one. It's got number underscore two.
Are you the same number? That's why. You
Mm.
realize the same number one underscore number one instead of
Yeah.
me. That's
Mm,
what is true. Because in that case, that one is supposed to be true. Okay, so now you can see that it's false.
mm,
Okay, because it's false because we are using what, we are checking the states, and at
mm,
this, when it's created, it's going to store in a different memory what address.
mm.
So now the state will be different. Okay, so in the same thing,
Well,
if you
it's address the same as directory.
are,
It's address the same as directory.
no, 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 no. Memory address is not the same as directory. Directory is just the
That's just the location.
location where maybe you keep. Okay, so just the location where you are, but the address is just what represents you. So maybe if I'm coming to you, what is your address like? What represents you?
Mm,
Okay. So your address is like, if I you give me your QR code and I scan, I will know your address.
mm,
Okay. Your address means that this is where you've been stored. That is the position that you occupy.
mm,
Your address. So this is
mm.
your, like you having post office, you go to post office and
Yeah.
your box, that is your address. So if any you receive any letter, they will use that address and they will put it
Mm,
in that position for you. Okay. So that's where
mm,
you, if maybe your box is too small and you receive something bigger, it cannot occupy that space. So they need
mm,
to somewhere for you. Okay.
mm,
In the
mm,
same thing, everything about programming, you deal with memory. Okay.
mm,
So how you'll be able to utilize memory. So if you understand this and you are writing a program for somebody, you know write a code that will consume more memory.
mm,
That's why some companies will see that they want experience, maybe a developer or the something. So we want somebody who understand how to utilize memory, because
mm,
application, just a small application, but you see that it can run slow, meaning
mm,
that if I assign a different value, that sometimes you can even call another one and without creating another variable which will consume
mm,
memory.
mm,
Okay. So when you understand this one, it is the same reason why we use C and C++ for operating system, because
mm,
C++ you can easily manage your memory
mm,
in C. But when it comes to Python, you can also do the same. But then if you are not well experienced or you don't understand the Python language, you will not be able to know these ones. Okay.
mm.
This is not the same as location, what do you call directory.
Directory.
It just address where
Mm,
your variable has been assigned to. Okay,
mm.
so any
Or where
variable,
the variable is stored.
Yeah, it's stored. Okay. So if, for instance, a string, if I create a string like here, string mine, let's say it's a variable. Now with a
Mm,
string, anything that you create here is going to store it in different memory. So for
mm.
instance, this one will be king.
You vomited the gene in string.
Yeah, yeah, okay, thank you. Then I have string, another one like this. Okay. But you could see that they are different. Okay.
Mm,
And I will store it in another king. Okay. So with this one, if I check the equality, if I check the equality here, you will see that it's true. But the
mm,
state will not be true because it's a string, so it will store in a different word memory
mm.
location. So if you check here and I check is, so it's using different memory. So to tell you that the state uh, that I use. Uh, okay, so it will still be the number here. So you can see here that all boil down to the number of characters. This is K. Okay, so you can
Okay.
see it's true because of the number of this one that is stored here. So if
Mm.
it maybe a longer test, let's see, let me pick a longer test line. Pick a longer. Okay. I'm just picking something like this. But one is it will be true because it will not be more than 255. Okay.
Mm.
So definitely we will still get, but if I pick something longer, a string, let's see this one, and then I'll add this. So I'll change this one like the king to this. And then I'll do,
There is a command there. Is that correct?
oh, it's part of the string.
Perfect.
In the, yeah, so take it like part of the string.
Mm.
So I have this man. Okay, so now if I check for the string underscore man, and then we have here string underscore man. we see that it's true. Let's check for the state. If you see that it's false, you get it.
Yeah.
So when it's more than that, then automatically Python will assign it to a different memory. So it cannot use it internally memory management resource. Okay, so that is the difference there. Now, the next point that we have to look at is you were saying the Boolean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I said that when it comes to Boolean, anything Boolean got to do with true or false. Okay, so I have a value true, and true represents one. Okay, so the symbol for Boolean. Okay, so if I have, let's say, one, let me give, let's say, king, okay, and I assign king to true. So in that case, this variable that I've just created here, if I call king, it's going to give me true. Okay, if I take the value of this and I say, let's say, print uh, type. So now you see here, this is what Boolean. So then with this Boolean here, this is the class Boolean. Last time I've explained to you, this is a class Boolean. So I can use this Boolean to call. So if for instance we are saying that anything what do you call empty is what?
Nine. Is it
Anything
nine?
empty.
Is it
No,
nine?
anything no empty, anything empty, like none doesn't come at all, it doesn't exist. But anything empty is what? Zero.
Is zero. Okay.
Anything empty is zero. None means that it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything empty is zero. So for instance, if I create my boolean, this is bool.
So the Boolean is what? That's what I'm not understanding.
Boolean simply means that boolean is a variable, it's a function. Okay.
Okay.
Boolean function does is it check true or false value.
Okay.
If an identity is true, if it exists, then the Boolean value is true.
Okay.
If the identity doesn't exist, the Boolean value is what? False.
False. Okay.
So Boolean, we use it to check availability of something. Okay, and how true, how sure something is. So that's Boolean. So anything true or false is Boolean. Anything zeros and one is Boolean. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything is Boolean.
Okay.
I hope it's clear. So
Yeah.
now, if I check, so the default state of this is what? False. Okay. So if I write a function like this, the default state is what? False. So you will see here is false. And we see that anything zero is what? Anything zero.
Empty.
Anything zero is
It's
empty, or
empty.
which is false. Yeah, anything is false. Okay, so if I place zero in what? This, I'm getting what?
False.
False. Anything one is what?
True.
Anything one is what? True, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I place one in Boolean, one simply means true. So you will see that. Now we see that if I have a string, empty string in Boolean simply means what? Empty string in Boolean is false. So this is empty string. If I create a string like this, it's an
Okay.
empty.
Without
Simply
typing in it.
anything here is what? Is false. Okay. If I have a string and I have something in, okay, so non-empty string is what?
True.
Non-empty string is true. So you could see that this one will give us what? True. Okay. If I have a list, okay, so we are saying that non-empty list is what?
True.
Non-empty is true. Okay, so this is the list symbol. Maybe you've not done a list, so this is the list symbol. So if I have a list and it's empty, it's what? False. So non-empty list, and maybe I have an item in the list, is what? Is true. Okay, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's the same thing to uh, uh, what we call dictionary. So if I have empty dictionary, I'm going to have this dictionary. Empty dictionary will give me false. Okay,
Mm.
a dictionary with a value. So here, if I have a value, we see a key like K, and then I have a, forget you don't understand the dictionary, no problem. So I have a value here, which will also be true. Okay, so that is it. And then if I have what you call integer, okay. Now you know that one integer zeros represent what? Integer.
Mm.
So zero in integer in Boolean is what?
True.
No, zero integer in Boolean is
No, it
false.
says zero. Zero is empty or what, so it should be false. Yeah.
Anything zero is false.
Okay.
Anything zero is false. Okay, and then anything one is what?
True.
It's true. Okay, so that is one thing that you needed to understand. So if I have here, if I have this one, this is integer. Okay, so if I create integer like this, okay, and then I run this integer, you could see that it will give me what?
Zero because it's empty.
There's nothing in there.
Mm.
Okay, there's nothing in there. So if I place this integer, that's what I'm saying, the empty integer.
Mm.
I'm calling for the integer function. So empty integer, empty integer. That is the integer function. So empty integer like this, it will give us false. Okay. Empty
Mm.
empty string. We use str for string,
Mm.
or the sign for string is this quote. Either
Mm.
this. So if I place this one to the and it's empty, you expect that it should give us what?
False.
False. Yeah. So this is the string. Instead of me using the sign, I could also do this. Str this. Okay. And then it should give me false. And then when we come to set, this one is for list. A list is this. So empty list is what you could see here. This is the list sign, the symbol that
Mm.
I, okay. So empty of this will be what? Empty of this will be false. So
False.
yes. And then when it comes to dictionary. This is dictionary symbol. Okay, or this one. So if I type this one, you can see this is the symbol I use. If I place this one to here, it's going to be what? False.
Yeah.
So anything, the set, this is the set symbol. So empty set will also be what? This. So if I place the set in there, okay, I'm also going to get the same thing, okay, like what? False. Okay,
Yeah.
now you can convert. So you can see that we had this one. This is, so if I write true inside integer, okay, you could see that here, because this one is sorry. Now if I want to check, like I have a boolean, like you can see here. This is the boolean number that we have in this integer. Okay, so if I have a boolean number here and then I want to check the state, you could see that what we just said, that anything zero is what is false.
Mm.
Anything
One is true.
anything any data type which is empty, like a string, a list, a tuple, whatever is empty is what is false. Okay, and
Mm.
non-empty list, non-empty string is what is true.
True.
So that's what we did. Okay, so we could use the equal sign. We did use the equal sign. So if I have here and then I assign empty, because I know that empty of this is what? Is zero. Okay, so if
Mm.
I see that num, okay, this is number, and then I assign it to zero, or I assign it to one. Okay, and then I see that num equal to int is false. I hope you understand.
Yeah, because the int is empty.
Int is empty, so it's zero. So definitely
Mm.
it can be the same. Okay, so when you see something like this, oh, these are just, but when you understand the basics of this, and then you check this one to understand what it means and why this one is false. Okay, so that is the Boolean. So Boolean simply means that you check the identity of something or item, if that item exists. Okay, and then if it doesn't exist, so we only use true or false or zeros and one to represent the Boolean state.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you, we have a retreat at work, so I'll be going to work early this morning.
Oh,
This
okay. Yeah,
my
yeah.
work is very stressful around this evening.
Wow.
Mm. Mm.
Oh,
But
okay.
let's carry on when it's time. I'm expecting someone to come and pick me. So once the person comes, then
Okay. So now when we see a boolean, I said that empty boolean here, empty boolean here. What?
zero or false.
So if I have, let's say, bool like this, Okay, and then you run this one. You see that it's false. That is false.
Yeah.
But then you can convert it to. So the force of this, when you use convert it to it will be what? It will be 0. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So when I place this boolean, which hasn't contained anything inside an integer, and I run it, it will give me what? 0. Okay. If I to, let's say, boolean here, and I place 1 here, let's say a boolean value that contains something. Okay, so if let me do this. That it will be 1. Okay, in the same way, I will see that boolean, which is f. Okay, so let's say true plus true plus true, true plus true. If it true is what, like from what we just did, true means what?
1.
1. So true plus true will be 2. I hope it is clear. So if I
Yeah.
say true plus false, what are you expecting?
2.
True
1 will be 1.
True plus 1. Okay, so it tells me that will be 1. So there's 1 true. Okay, so definitely to be 1. And then false plus false
0.
is 0. Okay, so false plus false is 0. Okay, so when you check here, you could see that definitely nothing will show for this side. So it tells that it's 0. Okay, so that is what we can gain from Boolean. So Boolean number, you just think in terms of all these ones, how we go about it. So I hope now it's clear. If maybe there's no any doubt.
No, it's clear. I just have to
It's
revise.
clear. Okay. 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 And then what again that you're talking about? The non-type, right?
Yeah, the none. But I said none means it doesn't exist.
Yeah, none means doesn't exist. So anything means doesn't exist. So if I have this, you just have one non-state. If something doesn't exist, so if I have maybe name, I've created a variable for, let's say, name, and then I assign it to none. Okay, so what that is one means that it doesn't exist. Okay, so this none doesn't exist. So if I check the variable and say the state here, and I want to, you cannot use. So if I want to check the state of this, like what we do for the other one, let's say none state, I can see that none name is none. Okay, which is true. Do you get it? Because the name here is none. Okay, but if I if I put here, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's none, it's true, it's none. Okay, so that is none. Only thing you hear about none is that it doesn't exist. So when you are creating a variable, you are doing that, and you know that this one is not applicable, or you can add a default there if the person did not select, has no use for that space, then automatically the default value can be none. Okay, in database we use this one to represent none. Okay. So when you don't fill any form, anything there, when you capture it in database, you see this as now there. But in Python, you don't recognize it now. So anything that does not exist, you use the now. So it can go to all the variable anything. So it doesn't have any state, a particular state. So if I want to check here the type, let's say you want to check the type and see the print, and then let's say type, and I'll place in here the duty. Yes, nine type. Okay, that is nine type. It doesn't have any further information. So nine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, none. So anything that does not exist is none. But empty something is a boolean. It's not none.
Okay.
Okay. So then what?
Cool.
You're okay now.
Yes.
Okay. So I think the rest we can, since we'll be going somewhere, we can start a new topic today. So,
Okay. I'll use the opportunity to go over everything we've done. But you gave some videos too. You showed me some videos too. So.
yeah. We've done the previous one.
Very
And
good.
then I will send it to you as well.
Okay.
So when you can see what we have done with the other class, so when you come to yeah. You see them, so you can see the 1, the 2, the 3, 4. Then they even have the 5. I'm here to upload that. So you see all the videos there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. And
Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day.
yeah. Bye.
Okay.